So Smokey's the kid. It just kind of depends on how long it takes me to find a trade. Sometimes I find a trade within the first 5-10 minutes, and then I still stay on for another hour or two. Sometimes I don't find a trade for an hour or two, and then stay on for 5-10 minutes after. So it just kind of depends. I mean, my whole goal of each stream is to at least take a trade. So my goal is definitely to try to find a trade at least. So that's kind of my goal. So at least one trade a night. Sometimes more, sometimes less. It just kind of depends. But yeah, how you doing, Smokies? Any questions or anything like that about trading? No problem, brother. Yep. Anytime, man. Like I said, I'm just here, just trying to get the stream going and hopefully get a lot of people in here eventually. But I gotta show that I know what I'm doing and build the trust of everybody. Alright, so pretty much all I'm trying to do right now is just find some zones and things like that. Um, that's just kind of my idea right now. Yeah, how do you work patterns? Because there's times when I feel it's going to go up like previously, but then it does the opposite, and that news affecting it. Sometimes something else. Yeah, that is true. The thing is what I believe. I don't know if I'm right or not, but the thing is when I first started trading, it seemed like no matter which way I chose, I take a sell here and it still go up. I'll take I'll take a buy up here and it goes down. So I understand what you mean. It just seems like no matter which way you do, but this is why it's important that you also look at all the different time frames. Let's say we're gonna take a buy right now because we're here at support. What I usually do is I go to the 4 hour, which is a higher time frame, and I try to find to see where it's closing at and if the previous candle is bullish or bearish. So right now this current red candle is red, but the previous candle is green. So with the green, that lets you know it's bullish. That's a 1 hour, sorry. So the 4 hour is still bullish, but if you also notice, this 4 hour is also closing above this area right here. So there's a good chance we could test this next area before coming back down. So like I said, it's always important that you go to higher time frames. So like you're saying, it just, how do you work patterns, because there's time when I feel like it's going up but it doesn't. So pretty much, like I said, it's all the time frames have to line up together. So like I said, when you go to the 4 hour, the previous candle is your bias on the 4 hour. So that means the previous is a green, that's bullish. Now, but when we come to the daily is more information than the 4 hour. So this daily is technically telling us that we're previously bearish. And if you notice where this bearish is at, it's underneath this recent support right here. So what could happen is that that's maybe what this top wick was to create a top wick. But in order for us to come back down this low, we had to touch this area first. So what would happen is that we would come back into this zone, maybe grab liquidity before coming back down. So this is why I say it's important, whatever you're looking at on your 5 minute, it needs to line up also with your daily and your 4 hour, which is also, bigger time frames and more confirmation. So that's why I say it's always important to understand your bias. So like I said, look at, this is how we find the zucchinis and stuff, is that, let's say there's this fake out right here, right? We're in a new area. We're like you could say this is level 1 and then this is level 2 right here. So we're pretty much underneath level 2 now. So what would happen is that if we're going to continue down, we need to come back in here to grab liquidity before going down. So even though we're coming down, this is why it's also important that you understand liquidity, because when you understand liquidity, then you'll be able to tell when wicks are going to come up first, which wicks are going to come back down. So what I like to do is, like I said, is use the higher time frames as your confirmation. And if you're also aware with level 1s and level 2s, which is a level 1s and level 2 breaks, which is pretty much, this could be a level 1 right here. This is still level 2 way up here. So we're barely in level 2 right now. So this could still be a level 2 fake out to come back into level 1. So we're really not out of this area until we break above here and start moving up this way. And that's more confirmation. So you wouldn't want to probably take a buy until you really get above these areas. But you have to understand, in order for us to come back up to this yellow line, we have to grab liquidity first. So the way I find liquidity is top wicks and bottom wicks. So let's find a wick right here. Not saying it always happens, because in this case it didn't happen. This one didn't have a top wick, but let's say the majority of them, they all have top wicks. So let's say this case right here, okay? So we're moving up, we consolidate a little bit, then we move up again, we consolidate a little bit, then we move up. This is the candle right here that doesn't have a top wick. So had this had a top wick, that would have let us know we had more range. And then also, if you notice, this is the range we're breaking out of. So since we're breaking out of this range right here, this is the candle that doesn't have a top and bottom wick, that only has a top wick, letting us know that it can always create a bottom wick for this candle right here. So if this candle needs to create a bottom wick, what do you think needs to happen? When we come up, we need to create that bottom wick. So in order for us to continue moving higher from this point on, at this point, for us to move higher than that, we need to grab liquidity first. So that's why this not having a top wick let us know we need to come down here to grab liquidity, and then comes up again. But this is why I say it's important to understand, the last time we made it this high, where did we have to come from? We came from this area. So we tapped in this area before touching this area. So what that means is that in order for us to tap back into these areas, look at what happens last time we tapped into these areas. We went back up, right? So this is why I say it's going to be important to find the higher time frames. There's a lot to it, brother. It's not just that one thing. You're obviously not gonna remember it after just one try, but like I said, the majority of the time, it all. One thing that I realized that I had to learn is that I'm not gonna learn everything, but you have to pick up pieces as you go. Little by little, you have to pick up a little piece here, a little piece there, and then eventually, when you when you're in this situation, you're in the heat of the moment, you're right in the middle of a trade, that's when all the information comes around. I trade gold options on plus 500. Should I change broker? I don't feel like I make much. I put in 20, I make 20 after like an 18% increase, whereas I see people make thousands of dollars off like 10 pips. Smokey, I hear you, brother. I understand. But the important thing that Donvo always talks about is understand the strategy. Don't worry about the money right now, because what you're worried about is you're worried about the millions instead of being focused on the strategy. Because if you're focused on your millions, you're losing sight of your strategy. But if you're focused on your strategy, the millions follow just by itself. So, one thing is you need to focus on percentage. So if you make 18%, bro, that is a lot of percentage. That's a lot. Be grateful for 18%, because what if you were negative 18%? You would probably be sad. So, but like Donvo says, is also don't celebrate your wins, so that way you don't dwell on your losses. So, but the main thing is what I'm trying to say is focus on capturing that 18% all the time. Understand your strategy enough to where you could grab that 18% all the time, because the important part is the money, the amount of money that your account has can always change. That's the key thing, is that you can always change your amount of money you trade with, but the thing is, that's the hard part, is you can't change the percentage. But in, yeah, that's a normal percentage, which is correct, but the thing is 18% is a lot, because the thing is 18% on $100 account is only $18, but 18% on $1,000 account is $180. 18% on 10,000 is 1,800%. So that's why I say this 18% is the key factor you need to focus on. If you're able to get 18%, it doesn't matter if you're only using $5. If you can't get 18% on $5, you can't get 18% on $10,000. So it doesn't matter about what amount of money you use. The important part is about understanding the strategy. So like I said, you're on the right track. Just keep focusing on the strategy and the money will come, because like I said, the hard part is gaining the 18%. You can always add money. That's the easy part, is adding money. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's kind of that. I'm glad you kind of hear what I'm saying. Is like I said, don't focus on the money part of it. Focus on that 18%, because every time you gain that 18%, it's gonna be on a different amount of money. Right now, 18% is only on $100 or so, which isn't. Be grateful for that, because like I said, if you could buy yourself lunch, you just made enough money for lunch. So be grateful for your wins, and try to learn from your losses. But yeah, that's the main thing, is focusing on that 18%, because you can always change your money. 18% on 100 is a little bit. It sounds, yeah, but 18% on 10,000, 18% on 100,000 is really really good. So the thing is don't focus on the money right now. Focus on your strategy, and you're gonna get a good strategy, bro. I'm telling you, you're gonna do numbers. But like I said, you just have to trust your strategy. All right, so let's see what's kind of going on. So what I kind of see right here, um, is the last time we tapped into these areas, which is, let's see, this guy right here. Last time we tapped into these areas, which was this right here, we came down back down to this support. So with this support happening, let's see, the 1 hour is coming like that. 30-minute. So that was a 30-minute fake out. Oh, there it is. That's the one. That's the move, I think. That's no, not yet. We need to come down here to grab liquidity first, because the last time we grabbed liquidity, we were down here. So let me wait for this guy to get touched, and then I might take a buy going back up. So I'm gonna wait for something to close underneath here, and then the next bottom wick, it's gonna bottom wick and then turn around. That's where I'm gonna take that trade, is right here at the bottom wick, but only if it goes down to these areas. Because like I said, in order, look at the sad thing, I've lost like 60 today. Also, you lost 60 today. That sucks. I understand, bro. One of the main things about trading is that what I realized with myself, and it took me a few weeks to finally get it, is that when I would lose a trade, I would be mad at myself thinking it's my strategy. Oh man, my strategy this, my strategy that. But in reality, it was all just psychology and my own myself. That was it. I had to take accountability. I was losing because I wasn't following my plan. Donvo has the playbooks for a reason. It's just like if you, let's say Madden, you know the video game, the Madden. When you playing the video game Madden, it gives you, the options to pick a play. So when you pick a play, you don't do the opposite of it. You do exactly what the play you picked. So with that same mindset, I used for this. Same thing, discipline. You got to be disciplined. Follow your playbook. If you say you're waiting for this, wait for it. Don't go against it. I can use this system for options, right? Or should do Forex instead. Yeah, it's all of it works the same. The reason why I think it all works the same is because we're all reading the same candles. Everything we're reading is all the same. So it's not like the candles are candles, so don't be afraid to, because the thing is I used to trade Bitcoin before gold. That was one of the things that I did with gold, was I learned on Bitcoin how to trade the strategy, and then finally I just started trading gold. So that was one of those things that I had to learn. But like I said, this system all works it's all the same, because what was about to say, I see the same chart with options. Yeah, it's the same thing, bro. It's all the same stuff. It's just, like I said, tomato. That's kind of how I see it. That's really all it is. But yeah, like I said, Donvo strategy works on everything. I've tried it with Bitcoin and it works great. I've tried it with gold, it works great. I'm not really too familiar with options, but I do understand how they kind of work. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to find these key levels to find, because this is a range right there, and then this is a range right here. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find out exactly where I should put these lines at. Yeah, bro, your info is helpful. Hey, man, I appreciate it. I'm glad I was able to help a little bit, so yeah, it's just a lot of it's psychology, bro. One thing that I realize is that understand that all of these candles that are moving is human behavior. when I realized that, it all made sense, which is why we look left. We look left at previous information because why? This is all just human behavior. All of these candles is human behavior, which is why every time we come here, we come down. We come here, we come down. We come here, we come down. It's because it's just human behavior. It's the same thing happening over and over. So that's why I say it's important to try to find, all these key levels and stuff. All right, so let's see. So like I said, I'm waiting for this candle to come back down to this area. The reason why is that this is still, there it is. Wait. I'm gonna wait for this candle to close. I'm gonna wait for this closure to close. I'm hoping it even closes with no bottom wick. That'll even work out even better. But it looks like we could even come down to these areas. Either that or this 1902. So 3 minutes left. Yeah, man, Smokies, I appreciate you for joining me, man. I'm gonna be streaming pretty much every night for London. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, man. That's kind of what I'm here, just to try to help out. It helps me out by helping you because I learn more. I'm trying to explain it. The better I can explain it, the more I understand it. So yeah, we're pretty much just gonna wait for this 5 minute to, like I said, look at the reason why I'm waiting for this line is because if you notice, this is where our support was at, but this is also the last time. Look, last time we touched here, we came up. Last time we touched here, we came up. So what I'm thinking is that this could be a nice rejection area to come back up into these areas. Because why? Let me see. Because when you go to the 4 hour, we're still bullish. You go to the daily, we're technically bearish. So it could always flip. That is true. That could always flip. And this was the 1 hour fake out, 4 hour fake out then. So the motion was happening on these candles. So this was the move right here. That was the move. Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. First 3 weeks I made a band. Last few weeks just been taking L. I'll be joined most London sesh. Yeah, man. So do you think you're losing because it's your strategy, or do you think you're losing because of the psychology part of it? Like what I mean as in like you're maybe getting out too early, or you're FOMOing in, or you're doing things that are against your plan and stuff like that. Try to find these levels again. So sometimes what I yeah, I see the play. Sometimes it gets hard trying to find these areas, sometimes it's hard. I struggle sometimes myself. So if you're ever struggling, don't feel like you're doing anything bad. It happens to the best of us. So this would be a range to that would be a range to that. That'll be a range, I guess, something like that. And then we could do another range, something like this. Oh man. This is the thing, it's so difficult trying to find these ranges sometimes. Sometimes it flows, sometimes it just doesn't flow whatsoever. And sometimes I just can't figure it out. It's a little hard sometimes. So let me see. this would be kind of this area right there. This would be this area right here, which would be that. And this would be this area, which would be this. Sounds weird, but once I started to watch YouTubers, my mindset became more sensible at first. I was taking some crazy positions. Now I've been watching YouTubers. I listen to what people say and mess up. Hey, Kitty Bean, or Kitty Bean, sorry. Hey man, appreciate you for joining me. Thank you for commenting. But yeah, Smokes, I understand exactly what you're saying. You're kind of getting influenced by these traders, which is throwing you off a little bit, which is why it's important to understand that your strategy needs to work. When you trust your own strategy, then you know, okay, I should be taking this, I should be taking that. And you don't get persuaded by other people, because that's how you could hurt yourself. But yeah, just try to focus on just trading your own system. Don't worry about other people, how they trade or what they're doing. And there's the move right there. That was it. That was it. Oh my goodness, there was the move, man. I missed it. Sorry, fellas. That was the move right there I was waiting for. It would have been a bottom wick for that to 10 pips, which is going to be about here. Watch. We can have this negative RR if you like. So what I would have done, this is the move I was looking for, because why? Well, like I said, this was the bottom wick. Or no, this one right here. This was the bottom wick right here. So that was the wick that I needed to touch in order for us to come back up. Because the last time we touched this area, look at what happened. We came back up. So in order for us to come up, we needed to touch this area. So since this is a decision area, if we want to come down, we're going to need to grab some liquidity, which is going to be what comes down like that. So that was the move I was waiting for right there. And like I said, I usually try to catch about 10 pips maybe. I don't try to do nothing too crazy, because these little moves could turn around in the quickness because of the daily. Like I said, the daily is bearish still technically. So at any point that candle could flip around and turn back bearish. So that's why I say you want to get in and get out as you can. So what would the next plan be now to take the sell back down? Okay, yeah, that sell back down. So if you notice, remember how I was talking about top and bottom wicks? Look at this candle right here. This candle doesn't have a top wick, meaning we didn't go up first to grab liquidity. So with this move coming down, was more of a liquidity grab. Because why? In order for us to continue pushing up, we have to come down first, and that's why when us coming down happened like that. So smoke. So what I kind of trying to like identify is being able to identify these areas of where to buy at. And like I said, how I came up with this area needed to be tapped is by looking left. Look at left. The last time it touched this line, look at what happened. So this is why I say next time we touch this line, most likely we're going to do the same thing. But yeah, so I mean, if we were to come back down, we need to grab liquidity. So if we grab liquidity, I mean, this candle even doesn't have a top wick. So this candle doesn't have a top wick, and this candle doesn't have a top wick. So this could be an area we touch. This could be an area we touch before coming back down, if we come back down. Or we could come back up here, touch these to come back down, just to come back up again. So it just, the thing is what Donvo figured out is that these plays happen all the time. These things are just repeat patterns over and over and over and over. So the thing is you just got to find them, and that's the hard part. But once you understand how to find them, that's what you're really looking for. And like I said, this is a little 10 pip move. What you could do is start trailing stop losses, as previous highs, and there goes the move right there. So once it hits that 10%, I mean, I didn't get into this trade, but that's exactly what I was trying to explain right now before I kind of got lost into explaining it. But that's exactly what I was waiting for right there, just for this move right here in particular. It's about a few pips away from hitting that 10, so I think it just stopped, no top wick on there, and we're about 9 pips, so we just need one little push up. Bro, you called it crazy. Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying, Smokes. That is a big dub, man. Appreciate it, brother. Smokes, that's what I'm talking about. It's just identifying the candles and understanding how to read price action and stuff. So that's why I say you could have the best strategy in the world, but if you don't understand how liquidity works and things like that, you become liquidity. That's why this is liquidity. Like I said, if somebody would have taken a trade thinking, oh, we're gonna go down, that they would have been liquidity, because we need people to stay going down for us to go up. So pretty much that's what liquidity is just finding that area where we're gonna pump at. Ooh, almost there. And this is one of the things too, is that you also have to be grateful for what you have. At one point, eight pips sounds like, it's not enough. 8 pips is not enough, but 0 pips is also not enough. So 8 pips is always better than 0. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for. Look, it barely almost wants to hit. It's like it's getting stuck. This is why I say at this point is why I could kind of tell this is where we'll either come up to grab liquidity to come back down, or it just gold moves like that. For some reason, I've noticed gold moves in small little increments like this, and for 10 pips real quick. It does a little 10 pip move and then goes back around. So that's why sometimes it's better just to trail your stop losses at 8%. I'm gonna bring it to break even, so no matter what, there it goes. It hits the stop loss, so there it goes. That looks like that would have been definitely a win for sure. So I take that as a win because, like I said, I was able to predict it. Okay, I have $500 in account. How much should I be risking? Well, what Don Vo always says is risk 1 to 2% of your account per trade. Also understanding that you could possibly add 2 or 3 positions for pineapples, meaning that'll be another 2 or 3 or 1 or 2%. So let's say you use 2%. You need to have another 2% and a 2% for backup, just in case to add pineapples. Not saying you have to, but for the strategy. But that's where I say it's important to use 1 to 2% for the reasoning why it would take you, if you're using 1%, it would take you 100 trades to lose your whole account. If you're using 2%, it would take you 50 losses to lose your whole account. So that's why it's important to manage. One of the biggest parts about trading is money management. Anybody can make money, but the thing is it's like how you're saying, you win a little bit, but then you throw it back. That's kind of like the casino. Everybody wins the jackpot, but they never take it home. They always throw it back in, That's the money management part of a good gambler. Dang, look at that run. That was the run right there. And exactly like I was saying, in order for it to move up, it has to touch this line. So, like I said, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. But yeah, so like I said, with $500, okay, with $100, 1% is $1. So 5% of 500 would be $5. So it doesn't sound like much money, but the thing is it's also protecting yourself. Because the thing is you need to be okay with chipping away at it. The thing Donvo always says is learn the strategy with your own money, and then what leverage do you use? Ketty, I use when I signed up for my account, it asks you like 1 through 500 or so. I believe I chose 50 times leverage when I did mine, but like I said, I'm still learning about the whole leverage and stuff, but I believe it's about 50. Yeah, so but like I said, I try to, but I only risk also, like I said, I try to risk 1 to 2% sometimes. I don't try to go too crazy. Yeah, and Katie, any questions on how to be? But yeah, what's up, bro? Damn, nice trade. What's up, Classic? Appreciate it, man. We were just calling it out step by step with me and Smokes were just talking about it, and we kind of came up with this analysis, and that was the trade that we were looking for. So now that we're at this level, let's check this 1 hour. Okay, so this 1 hour close. This is also why I had this idea. Caught that flip, you got runner. No, I just closed out pretty much everything would be right now. I should have trailed stop losses, but like I said, I just was trying to get that 10 pip and get it going. But the reason why I could tell that possible move was gonna happen, because if you guys go to the 1 hour, this 1 hour closes up here, correct? That's closing above this line right here, meaning we're technically above that, right? So when this candle came down, most likely we respected that zone, that range, so we're gonna have to come back up, and that was the move that I was waiting for right there. Those liquidity grabs, eh? Yep, classic. That was the liquidity grab I believe we were talking about the other day. It's those liquidity grabs, and if you look right here at the bottom of it is exactly what I predicted. I said right here is where we're gonna come up. It could either be there or it could either be here, but for these reasons is that the last time we touched this area, look at what happened. We came up. So this is why I said if we come down to grab liquidity, in order for us to come up, we need to touch this line first. And when we touch that line, the bottom wick entry, so we hit this wick first, and then on the way up, our entry is right at the previous bottom wick. So that's how I was able to find that one. So like I said, same thing again. In order for us to come down, we need to grab liquidity, right? So last time we touched this area is what we touched right here, but we went up a little bit higher. So that's just why I'm thinking this move itself could just be a quick little move down before we continue back up, just cause we need more liquidity. I'm not saying it can't, but like I said, it's just sometimes how it goes, you know. But it's gonna come down. Now that I see this, the reason why I see this is because look at this resistance right here. We're closed underneath respecting it, so most likely we're gonna close back inside of that. So in order for us to, yeah, we're gonna close underneath that range right there. So that's why these learning the zucchini and stuff is important, because of this reason, that this is happening all day every day inside of a range. Before, we used to take fake breakout trades. We would take these trades right here, possibly, you know, the little move above and then take a little move there and then call it a day, you know. Not saying those are not bad, but it's just now that was like once every 2 days maybe. Now these bottom wick moves are happening 2-3 times a session. So I bet you on the 1 minute, there it is. That's the move right now. It didn't even clear it. So what I like first is I like it, this one could have been it right here. Then I like, this is what I like, is the ones that, yeah, there it is. Let's see where it would have been. 10 pips will be back down here, so to this resistance. So 1903 is probably where we're gonna touch first if we need to go back up. Yo, the zucchini is key. Classic. Let me just tell you this. I don't think people understand that Don Vogt just unlocked the holy grail with this. This zucchini play is by far one of the best plays I've ever seen. I only know Don Vogt's plays because everything I know about trading, Don Vogt pretty much taught me. But what I'm pretty much saying is that this move, this zucchini play, is gonna take us out the hood, bro. So whatever you need to do to learn the zucchini play, learn it. I promise you, you would not be sad. You would not be disappointed that you spent your time learning it. And if you have questions, I'm not sure if you guys are aware. Oh, this is not it. Let's see. Donvo clips. So if you guys go to this Donvo clips channel, this is my channel that I run. It's elite, bruh. I promise you, it is elite. This is one of the best. I love this play. I'm trying to really get better at it. So if you go to the Donvo Clips DVS, I run this YouTube channel. So with this channel, I upload a lot of information. I promise you, this is gonna be the best informational Donvo channel he has to offer. And eventually, when people start realizing the quality of info, the thing is with his main channel, is that you get the 3-hour long videos. With my channel, I'm summarizing all the good parts in that whole 3-hour video and bringing them down to clips, so that way you could watch them a lot faster. Yes, this is me, bro. So what I do is, like I said, different entry types. I have them under playlists. Go through playlists and see DVS information when he announces he's gonna do a podcast in London. You know, IG clips, things like that, announcements, funny moments, RR questions. That one's just for fun. But different entry types and setups is my favorite one, because of the fact that this is where Donvo explains how he takes his pineapples, how he does his zucchini plays and things like that. But this channel is definitely the most informative Donvo channel there is, because everything that I need to learn to help me with trading, I'm putting it inside of that channel, because that's what helps me is gonna help other people. So that's where I'm thinking. But yeah, man, that is me. Appreciate if you're already subscribed. I appreciate you for subscribing already. But yeah, that was a good trade. I'll try to find another one. So like I said, I wasn't able to get in that one. You got the clip of the bait of a couple days ago. I wasn't ready for that. Smokey, no, I don't got that one. You know what's crazy is that every morning I watch his stream, right? And that morning, for some reason, I don't know what it was, but I woke up that morning and I was like extra tired, so I just slept through my normal 5:30 alarm or 5 o'clock alarm to wake up for stream. And then I woke up about 7 and I got on and it already happened. So I did hear about that. That was crazy that somebody would do that. I think it was kind of strategic, to be honest, because they see the growth Donvo has. So that might have been a way to try to slow him up, you know, get his channel deleted, slow him up a little bit. But you know, Donvo's quick. He understands. He went and edited. I went and rewatched the video a little bit later and I couldn't find it because he already edited out the video on YouTube, so there was no video for that. I couldn't watch it. I mean, I don't want to watch it anyways. From what I heard it, I don't know if you guys know what happened, but from what I know, from what I've been asking a few people though, that's why I did my little research. People were saying somebody asked Dom, like, hey, check this chart out, it's on streams on the Discord, check it out. And when he opened it up, I guess it was like a video playing, and then in the middle of nowhere, it just cut into an adult private video, and that's where it that's where it got freaky. And yeah, so oh bro, you actually seen it, Classic? That's crazy. That's crazy. I can't believe you seen it, bro. I'm glad I missed it. I didn't want to see no cheeks. Yeah, same, bro. It was nasty. Oh my god, both you guys seen it. No wonder why you guys are on my stream. You guys don't want to see no nasty stuff on Don's stream, huh? Nah, I'm just kidding. That's funny though, bro. I'm of all days. But the thing is let me just tell you, that just goes to show you why you should never miss his stream. Not because of the cheeks, but just because there's always something going on. If it's not cheeks, it's learning something. Fair play though, Don handled it professionally. He did, man. He handled it like a pro. Hey, he's quick with the computer though, I could tell you that. Some people would have taken all day to get that edited. He got it edited real quick. But yeah, that was funny, bro. I can't believe he did that. But like I said, that's where I think it was. They're really trying to hurt his channel, slow him up. He's growing too fast at a fast pace where he has to have people hating on him now. But I'm glad, man. Donvo was a blessing. I don't know what I would do without Donvo. Hey Smokes, I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna be right back, okay? I'll put it right here. Be right back in 5 minutes. That way people know. Be right back in 5 minutes. I gotta go do something real quick. Yo, I'm back. A buy. That actually might have been a good idea right here. It's maybe a buy right here, maybe. To come back, test these highs. So the last time we touched these highs, we only came as low as here. Last time we touched these lows, how high did we go? We came about here. So that's about where we're going. We need more liquidity. I think if we're gonna go up, we need to grab more liquidity. 1903 700, 1903 700, 1903 700 would be about right here. All right, so the reason why I say that is because look at this. Okay, so look, this is how I do to find like areas. Look at the bottom wick. The bottom wick is right here, right? So when you look left, what other candle touched that and then went up? You could see all of these candles that touched it perfectly and either went up or went down after. So I'm gonna put this line right here. I'm gonna move this line right at the bottom of here, right? So look, we touched here, we touched there to come down, we touched there and we came down, we did touch here and we came up, which is as high as we did go, so we could probably touch the top of that. But now on the opposite is what happens when we touch the top area. So when we touch this area, let's see, we touched that for liquidity. Let's see, every time we touch that area for liquidity, let's see what happened. Each time we touched that coming from the bottom, we did go up a little bit after. But let's see, that one's there. So, like I said, and that's why I say it's also important to find your liquidity. So, which, like I said, what you see how this where the mouse is at, it has the little lines that I'm moving around right here. What I do is I put it right at the bottom of the wick. If you could see, these lines are right at the bottom of the wick, and then I look left and I try to find other candles that are on the top of this dotted line that touched it and then went up. So let's see what happened. And I don't really see many that touched it and went up. So that's why I'm saying this area is not so much a liquidity area for us to drive up higher. If we wanted to, we would have to come down here first. Because why? If you notice this wick right here, you see how this touched that? Look at what happened last time we touched it. We came back to touch the top. So if we want to touch this top again, we're going to have to come here first. So I need some blunt papers, bro. I'm right there with you. I need a swisher, a backwood, and about an eighth of some of the best sticky icky. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, I would love that right now. Wix did say one time, Wix was like, what do you say? He goes, how many of you guys kept smoking because you guys seen me smoking and trading? And it made sense, because when I first kind of started trading, before I was really watching Wix, I was kind of nervous to smoke and trade. You know, I was like, man, you can't smoke and trade. You know, it's gonna mess you up. It's gonna mess you up. And you know, Wix is just proving that it's not the weed, it's the strategy and yourself. You know, you're in control of everything. One thing that I realized about trading is that it's nobody's fault but your own. When you win, you don't blame nobody else, but when you lose, you blame everybody. So that's why I've realized it's not so much what I'm doing. Yeah, bro, 100%. That is true, man. That is true. But yeah, do you guys have any questions about trading? Do you guys need help with anything? You guys want to watch that zucchini video, or you guys want to, what I mean? Let me know what you guys need help on or anything like that. I'll be glad to help. Let's see. Downvote clip. Come on, man. We're going back to school today, man. We're going back to school today.
All right, nice. No talk with the chat.
Let's see.
I'm gonna take a step.
Zucchini play.
Zucchini is just like this would be zucchini. If this were to Formula 5 or something, 5,
Let's
15,
watch
30,
this
whatever time
zucchini.
frame,
See what he
you
says.
have a closure, support, and then after a closure, since this is your new support now, and that wick is a range, right? You get something like this form, respecting. Now you have another resistance up here, right? And since that wick is a range, this is your range 1, this is your range 2. So then as you get a closure back above the ranges like this, that'll be the buys I'll take. Because then structure is formed now. You create a higher highs, higher lows, right? Higher lows, continue pushing up. You're closing above the range, next count pops up, and that's your buy. You'll take your buys from basically here to here, right? And that's your zucchini. Now, the reason why I'm saying this candle right here, that wick there, is structure formed on a smaller time frame or a range form, is because if you were to break that candle backwards, how will it look? Right? It will look something like this probably. At one given point, we're bearish, right? And you have support formed. So this is your support. One given point, you're coming down. Right? Because the first thing how did the candle close? It closed bullish, right? So in order for it to close bullish and create a bottom wick here, it has to come down first. So as it comes down here, and then it closes back into the ranges. So this is where it comes down, right? And then it closes back into the ranges like this. That's when you have that fake out. Does that make sense? This is what you have now. So this right here is this. Like you see the 30-minute candle right now. If I were to go into 5, you'll see the same thing happen. You'll see a fake out back into the ranges. Wicks are just fake outs, right? Just liquidity wicks. You can call it that. You can call it structure forming because it is structured as well. You can call it fake outs, right? That's all that was. Price broke outside the range. It created a low, right? Created a low, create a high, or my bad, create a high, create a high. But it closed bullish at the end. So it came down first, created a bottom wick, and then it closed back up above the ranges, and that's how this formed. So if that's what's happening here on the 1 hour candle, as the 1 hour candle now prints this now, and you're still respecting that yellow line there, all that's happening here now is you're just ranging now. If I were to show you guys a continuation of what's happening now as that next candle forms, it's just doing this. It's just ranging. That's all that is doing. It's picking direction. It's picking structure. But the main thing to look out for now is understanding that it's still respecting this yellow line. Yellow line here, same yellow line. It's still respecting that support. So therefore, you have some type of you have a resistance now, right? Because if you're respecting support, you got to have resistance somewhere. So then this is what's happening now. You're ranging still, right? You're still ranging. And then let's say in some universe, you end up closing bearish, right? Because you are on the 1 hour counter here, it's still closing bearish. So it's got to close somewhere down here. So as the next candle on the zucchini comes back up and closes above the ranges, this is what's happening. You're just breaking out the range. But you see that? You see how you had to fake out, right? Once you faked out, you form resistance, you then form support. And then once you form support, you close above, confirming that support's formed, confirming that the range is breaking out. And that's when on the next 1 hour candle, you see a push up. And as you get that push up on the smaller time frame, this is what's happening. That's literally it. But you have to understand that. You have to identify that on different time frames. So, like, making things clear. Like, that's what it is. It's the same shit happening. It's just you have to be able to understand these things on a smaller scale because it's key to understand that. It's key to understand everything
no,
you
I
say.
don't use
A lot of people
magic
say Wickfield. A lot of people
keys.
say,
No, I don't use magic keys. I'm not sure. I'm still getting familiar with magic keys himself, but um, I do hear, I have seen, how to get in and out of trades a lot faster, stuff like that. But it kind of just depends. I need to learn more about it. I'm still learning a lot, man. Don't get me wrong. I'm not the best of everything. I'm still learning how to do all of this stuff. Like I said, I'm still learning about the brokers and MT5 and all that stuff. But yeah, like I said, and Magic Keys is one of those things that eventually, I mean, if it helps me get in and out of trades and do things like that, I mean, I would be dumb to not use it if it helps. So I definitely plan on working my way that way and maybe getting some Magic Keys and stuff like that. But I definitely want to look into it a little bit more. What about you? Do you have any, or do you use Magic Keys, or have you just heard about it?
Liquidity, but like, what does that mean? What's forming? What's happening on a small time frame? So when you're able to understand things from different perspectives.
Alrighty, that's kind of what I got. So with that being said, there. Oh, let me put the music back on. Yeah. So let's see this 1 hour. So the last time we touched this area, we came back up all the way up here. So that's actually a good point how you were saying goodbye. Look at last time we touched that, last time we touched that. Look at what happened. If this happens again, this is human psychology at its best. We did get rejected respecting that though. We respected that. But in order for us to come back down further than this, in order for us to touch these lanes, we need to come up to technically, I guess right here. That's looking like it's where it could be, as high as it could be going. These are all the rejections right here. So all of these pretty much allow it to go, no, not that far, just down to the support, which is already where it went. Oops. I see it. Hello. Hey, what's up, Level Up? How you doing, Level Up, Level Up? I see it, I see it. You see it? You see it? No, I want them though. Yeah, I know, me too. Hopefully one day I could, learn how to use them. That's the thing. I'm working my way towards those magic keys. Eventually I'll be able to use them, but like I said, it just takes a little bit of time. But it looks good. I'm just finding hard to calculate stop loss with lots on a larger account size. Eventually, we can't rely on Don. He's taking his own trades based on his account size. Just good to know. Yeah, that is true. Classic. Let's see. Where was this at? Look. I don't know. Maybe this website might help you. Let's see. File. New tab. All right. I thought I saved it, but I guess I didn't. Pip calculator. Look, go to this website right here. No, not that one. You just type in pip calculator, and then my FX book, and then this is where I've been doing. This is a pip calculator. Let's see. Let's see. Trade lot size, pips, currency, USD. Now, let's see. Where is he? There's a different one. What are pips? Pip. Let's see. Pip calculator. Lot size calculator. Like instant. Good to know how to calculate lot size. Yeah, that is true. I don't even know how to do it yet fast. I'm still learning myself. But yeah, like what I use is I kind of use this this little. I'm still learning how to use this thing too, but indicators, pattern velocity, the historic data system. I'm trying to FX calculators right here. Currency converter, pip calculator, Fibonacci, risk returned, profit, leverage calculator. Yeah, this calculator helps you. I don't know, like I said, maybe positions. Yeah, this was the position size. This is what I went through calculating pips. I figured out, but you have to be quick. That is true. Yeah, that's kind of why. And sorry, level up. I just seen your message very well, and I'm doing good, level up. We're just trying to figure out a few things right now. So what I kind of do, I know it's a little cheating, but I'm learning myself. But the thing is you have to learn by doing it. So the more you do it, the better. So let's see. What's my pair? Right here, USD. All right. Account size. Let's say I'm trying to trade with $1,000. Risk to ratio. Let's say. I mean, you should only be using 1 to 2%, but let's see, 30 pips. I just guessing. Why doesn't it let me click? Let me restart it. It's really not letting me click right here for some reason. Account size $1,000. That's weird. Yeah, this is what I went through. Yeah, this is all the stuff I'm going through because I'm not risk to. Let's see, 2%. So with $1,000 and only risking 2% with a 30 stop loss pips or so, trade size lots. I don't know what. I don't even know how much lots and stuff are. I just averaged it on a 5,000 account. It's like between, depending on how large your stop is. So let's say classic. Let's say I'm using $1,000 account. What size lots would I be using? Like I don't. To be honest, I don't really understand this. I just know you need to be in these. Like I said, I've been trading gold for probably 2 weeks. I've been trading Bitcoin for a lot longer, so I understand how to trade. It's just this whole system of all these new terms and stuff. I'm learning a lot still, so I'm learning and learning. It's so much for me to learn at once, but little by little I'm learning. So like I said, if I'm using $1,000 account size, what type of lot size should I be using? I mean, I don't even. Let's see what a 0.15 lot size would do. Or you can't even do that. It's not even between 0.10 and 5, but again, depends on stops. And classic. So what I kind of don't understand is what does the stops have to do with the lot size? Like obviously if your stops are, let's say, 20 or 30 pips, what would be the difference if you're 60 pips? Is that just because it'll calculate it for the amount of percentage you want to lose? As in, let's say I'm only trying to risk 2%, will it like adjust it for, so that way I only lose 2% even if my stops are 60 pips compared to 30 pips, if that makes sense? I think I just talking it out kind of just made me realize it. I think that might be it. I don't know, but we'll see. If it's 60 pips, the lot size will have to be smaller. Yes. Okay. Yeah. That. Okay. Now it makes sense. That makes sense. You got it. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Like I said, it just took me just to saying it out loud for me to understand it. But like I said, I appreciate you, Classic, for talking with me because these are a lot of questions. It's not that I can't find the answer. It's just when I look them up on online, I don't have nobody else's opinion on it. So I'm kind of just taking whatever I read as the truth, and I don't really, and it makes me just like worried if this is right or wrong still, even though I read it on online. But like I said, I'll rather talk to a real person who's done it, who's been through it, because I'll be able to get the real info. Yeah, I appreciate it, Classic. So let's see. Um, oh, oh, what the heck? Oh, that was cool. I just learned that. Okay, okay, okay. So, account size, swap with money. Let's do 500. I want to see 500. 500. Stop loss, 30 pips. Lot size, let's say 1. This is where magic keys will come in handy. I got rid of the cloud in my brain by calculating just to figure out magic keys does it instantly. Dang, that's... I guess that explains why magic keys are so popular, because... and it does make it a lot... I mean, once you understand it, it probably comes a lot easier, but even when you understand it, it's just so much easier. You don't have to waste time trying to calculate things that you don't need to be wasting time and energy on. Dang, that's smart. But yeah, see now, like I said, this is also a thing I have to try to learn myself, is how to use all these things. I'm still learning. I'm trying to be the best trader, but my thing about trading was nothing really mattered about trading because I didn't know the strategy yet. So what I mainly focused all my energy on in the beginning was focusing on learning the strategy. That's why when I was trading Bitcoin and trying to learn the strategy, I couldn't I couldn't really ask Don. I mean, I could ask him kind of just general questions, but I couldn't because he doesn't trade Bitcoin, so it's not like he would even relate to it. So it was like it was actually kind of like a blessing in disguise, I think, just for that reason that I couldn't ask Don this or couldn't ask Don that, where I had to kind of figure it out on my own. So now that I'm trading gold with Don, it's just so much more easier to understand everything because I understand the strategy now. Now I'm just following along pretty much. So that was one of the things that helped out a lot. But yeah, that's this is yeah. Like I said, the way, okay, there it goes. All right, so if I was using $1,000 account and the money USD and I'm using is $500, my stop loss is 30 pips. Trade size lots, one lot. So I would be needing to use 0.02. So if I did 60, does that mean it'll go higher? The lots. I don't go less. So let's do 15. That means it will go up. Yeah, that will go up. So let's do 5. So 5 stop loss, meaning that means I could be losing the whole 500 within 5 pips because of the lot sizes. So if I don't want to lose it that fast, I have to do 35 pips. So that way it gets spread out. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. I'm gonna save this just in case. Add bookmark. Position size calculator. You know, you never know. You might need a quick little something quick. Alright, sorry, back to this charting. That was just what I was trying to learn. Yeah, bro, get your head around this. It's pretty key, I guess, when you're starting trading. Yeah, that is true. That is one of the things that I'm working on now is a lot of the information part because, like I said, I was focusing 100% of my everything into learning the strategy. Now that I know the strategy, we're good. Yeah, I'm still learning too, no worries. Yep, that's true, bro. We're always gonna be learning, I guess. But yeah, so let's see. Hopefully, and look at what do you know? It did end up going back up like we were expecting. Remember, and this is how you could kind of tell it's gonna go up because it's respecting that whole support zone right there. Nothing closed underneath here. So if nothing closes underneath here, the last time we touched this liquidity, which is look right here was this perfect one, is this exact perfect one. Look at how high we went. This is exactly how high we went. That one, perfect. And before we did retrace, after that though, I like this song. Turn it up a little bit. Let's see the last time we touched these lows, what happened? Nothing. Last time we touched these lows, we came lower. So yeah, that's looking like we're gonna be coming back down to this area. We'll be coming back down to here. says on $100 account, you have no choice for a 011 lot size. Okay. That's what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to build my way up to like a hopefully a $500 account and then a $1,000 account. Because right now, like I said, I'm confident in my strategy now. Now I just need to build the capital. You know, I need to build a little bit of capital, show a little bit of consistency, prove to myself. Oh yeah, this is my song right here. Okay, we closed underneath this resistance. So last time we did that, well, last time we did that was this guy. Then the next one came up. So, like I said, we're gonna need to create a support underneath here, or a resistance underneath here, which will let us come down with this next one. Light it up, light it up. You hear that? Line it up. Yeah, this song's so nice. I like this one. I wish I could tell the name of it. I don't know how to tell the name of these songs on here. They don't say it. Want to make me friend, type menu. Want to make me friend. No, I want to learn the name of these songs. Ragnar, what up? Alright, alright, alright. Yo. I'm just think to myself, I definitely need to learn the strategy. I kind of understand aspects of it. Yes, bro. The thing is let me turn this music down. So the key to it is to just accept it. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. I know when I first started, and I see it with a lot of traders, even a lot of people in the Discord, what I notice is that they all learned from somebody, and I could be biased too. Ragnar, I'm doing good, man. Thank you for joining us. We kind of found a trade earlier. We're kind of just waiting now just to see if we could find a possible another one. But yeah, I think this was the trade we found, was this little guy right here. So we took it going up. But yeah, like I was saying, is that what a lot of new traders do is like they learn from somebody, and then they come over to Don, and then they learn from Don, but then they really don't want to accept his ways of teaching either. It's because they've already learned a certain way, and then when they hear Don say something, it's kind of so crazy, like, oh, why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? Instead of just listening to what he has to say and accepting what he has to say. So what I did was I finally decided this is the strategy I'm gonna go with, and I'm gonna do it until the end of me. You know, this is gonna be my strategy. You have to just accept it, and once you accept it, I mean, you don't have to trade just like him, but what I'm pretty much saying is you have to just learn all of his ideas, and that way you could do it yourself how you want to do it. But you have to learn it first. You can't do it how you want to do it before you learn it, because you don't even know what you're doing yet. So that's why I say it's important to learn his strategy, accept that, you know, that he's a great teacher and that you're going to learn a lot. You know, a lot of people's ego is like, no, I don't want Donvo to be the one teaching me or something, you know, but the proof is in the pudding, you know. So that's why I say it's important to learn first, and then you adjust it to what you can do and how you like it. You don't adjust it before you learn it. That's where I see a lot of the problems with people is that, you know, he says, oh, do this or do that, and people are like, no, I want to do it this way. But it's like, you should just learn how he does it first and then put your own twist on it. Because by the time you're able to put your own twist on it, you already understand it, so that way you could evolve it. Because what I also do for myself is I learn something for Don and I try to add to it, because whatever Don has told me, that's his way of thinking. So now I could add my way of thinking and Don's way of thinking. So I think, you know, I could get a better understanding. I mean, he knows everything, damn near everything, but you know, that's kind of how I see it, is that if if I just listen to what he has to say, most likely it's gonna be the right stuff. But but yeah, man, just dive into it and accept it, you know. And the thing is at the end of the day, he always preaches you need to start your own playbook anyways. You need to do your own playbook. So when you do your own playbook, it's going to be your ideas anyways. So, you know, you're just using Don's ideas as like a guideline, cuz I never understood trading. Looking back on it, I only looked at trading on a surface level. As like literally looking at the screen of a chart, that was as deep as I got. It wasn't nothing about like that. It's almost as if you meet a bunch of people with your eyes closed and you treat them all the same. You don't know what's what, but you treat them all the same as if they're all the same. And that's what I was doing with the trading and the candles, was that I was treating all the candles the same. Each one of these candles means something different. The zones mean something different. Where it's closing means something different. Just like this is kind of what I'm saying right here. Look at the top of this zone, right? This candle right here closed underneath that zone right there. So no matter how high this candle goes, there's a good chance that it's going to turn back around and close inside of here, because it's already respecting it. If it didn't respect it, it would have already pushed out of it. It would have maybe closed up here, and then our next zone to touch would be up there. So that's why I say on higher time frames, it's better to look. So when you get into a trade on the 5 minute, yeah, you're in it on the 5 minute. Okay, let's lock it in. Let's lock it in. Sorry about that. I was rambling. We got a 4 minute closure. Okay, so what I'm thinking is that this could be even a wick entry right here. This was probably a wick entry, to be honest, because the reason why I don't think this could be a breakout is for the reason that this is a level 1 breakout. If you guys are familiar with Don's trading, you guys have to break there's 2 levels to it. So we need to break 2 levels before we take a trade going in the opposite direction. So since it's coming down, in order for us to take a trade going up, we have to break 2 levels. And it's looking like we only have one resistance so far besides this one up here, So these two would be levels, but if you notice, we're only in level 1. Well, we're breaking into level 2, but the thing is you don't take buys into level 1 into level 2, because this is where the fake outs happen. This is how we find zucchinis. So this is why we were able to almost find a zucchini, because, and I'm thinking we could probably find a zucchini right now, just because, like I said, this could still be a fake out. So even though, let's say the 4 hour, but technically this one already closed above this zone. So what that would tell me though is that since we closed above there, we do need to touch this area in order for us to come back down. So look at the last time we came down, we did touch right here. So we're probably going to come up there. Let's see. So the daily is also bearish though. If you guys notice the daily, so with the daily being bearish, keep going, I'm learning. Yeah. So with the, so look, okay, so if you guys kind of see, this is the major resistance right here. Let me hide all drawings. Okay, so look, there's a, oh, what the heck? There's a support pretty much all down here like this. Look, boom, support, and we closed underneath it. So what could happen is that we could be creating a top wick to continue back down, and that could be what we're showing right now. So we do have a small wick, but like I said, in order for us to come back up, we need to come back down here first and touch these lows. So like I said, you use the daily as your bias, is how you find the bias. So because of this daily is technically bearish, the candle before, that means we're at any time, no matter how high we go, we could turn back around and come back down because we're technically bearish. So that's why I say if you're taking a move going up, you don't want to be in the move too long, because we could always turn back around. So like now let's go to the 4 hour. This is the 4 hour right here, and like I said, we do have this break above, but it's into level 1, which is why that kind of tells me that could be a fake out possibly. So let's see. Let me see this guy. I could probably remove this guy maybe. That's the thing, is like sometimes too you gotta make the lines over and over. Like I like doing the lines a lot, just because sometimes it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't seem like it makes sense. I'll put a, look, there's a resistance right here and there's a support here, so that's a small range. That has to be a small range, because that is a resistance and there is a support. But then the next range is not until this next support area up here, but that's the 4 hour, which is why I say at any time we could come up and come back around to turn around. So let me keep going. Let me keep going to try to find this 1 hour. So with this 1 hour, we're gonna move it down here. We can have it even down like that. Maybe put this right here. There's a zone right there. I mean, there's even a zone right there, you could say. So that would be the fake out up there. That would be the fake out there. Would this be the fake out? Let me see. I need smaller time frames. Like I said, the main thing, what's kind of throwing me off is this little bit of area right here. This is when news came out this morning, which is what kind of is throwing off the whole human psychology part of it. It's just because this is all unusual patterns and stuff. But like I said, look, last time we touched this box right here, we came up to here, which is kind of why we are moving up. So that's a good sign right there. Okay, that might be it right there. That might be it right there. Let's see this 15-minute. that was the bottom of the range right there, what we were looking for. So this was that range we were looking for. Let's put that dotted line right there. That was that liquidity. Actually, let's move it. That's what I was looking for though. Exactly. That's what I was looking for. You could say that could be the bottom of the range. That could be the bottom. That could be the bottom of the range too. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that looks good. Actually, something like that. All right, so that could be a fake out too. Yep, that's it right there. So like I said, this is why I say it's important if it come up to tap 1905 or even 1907 sells. Let's see. If it comes up to 1905 or even 1907, 1905, it's kind of where we're at currently right now is where this 1905 and then 1907. That is true. We could get into some sells at this point. And that is a resistance right there. I said we could even do something like this. If it comes up to 1906, okay, yeah, 1906, yeah, this area right here. So this was the break. That was the break, and then this was the next range underneath. That was the next range. Right there. 06, yeah. Yeah, that is true. That could definitely be it. That's why I say too, it's important that you move your lines exactly where you need them. Sometimes I get carried away with too many lines. You know, I put too many lines here, too many lines there, but like I say, you just gotta find the zones. Find the zones. That could be the zone right there. Alright, that'll be there. That'll be that zone. And then this will be this zone. And then there's a zone there. So let's see. Okay, the 1 hour is still respecting that. So this is why I say too, look at. So if this is how you kind of find the motion what Don is talking about. If you notice the previous 1 hour is respecting this resistance, right? So what could happen is that on a bigger time frame, like an hour, we could start coming up thinking, oh, we're gonna break out. But on a 30-minute time frame, that one is coming up, but then the next half hour of that 30-minute comes back into the range. That would be the fake out. And then, you know, on the 15-minute will be closing up here, something like that, and then closing back into the range. But that's the fake out you're going to be looking for. Not saying this is it, but like I said, I mean, you could even put that up there like that. And like I said, this guy is, let's see. I don't know, it's just not lining up correctly. I don't like the way it's lining up. Okay, the 4 hour just closed above, but if you notice, it closes right respecting this last support, or this last resistance pretty much. See that? So this is where no matter how high we go, we could always turn back around. Just a FYI. So that's why I might be looking for a sell coming up. See if I can find these sells. So look, there's a resistance there, and then that means there will be a support here, and there'll be another one right here, and then probably another one right there. 30-minute. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. This is why. 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 You would wait for liquidity grab for this push and even a retest, maybe wait for a structure to form. Yeah, but this is where this could be the look, this could be the fake out right there. There's the 5-minute fake out right there. But this could always close above too. This could be grabbing liquidity to grow back up. So we're gonna have to wait for this 5-minute to close. Ideally, let's see. Okay, so I see the motion possibly happening on this 1 hour. So that means the fake out could be the 30-minute, if not the 15-minute. So what will happen on the 5 and 15-minute is structure will be forming. So we could be closing above here. Oh, right. You would wait for the liquidity. Yeah. Yeah, so like I was saying, if you go to the 4 hour, we still are technically pushing up, but like I said, this is why it's also important. Another part of Don's like strategy in the beginning was learning level 1 and level 2. I'm not sure if you understand level 1s and level 2 breaks, but for a quick summary, if you're coming down, you need to break level 1 and level 2 to take the buys here above here. Take the buys this. But if you're going down already, you would only need a level 1 break to take the buys right here. So kind of how I think about it is that if you're going down, you need 2 levels going up. If you're going up, you need 2 levels going down. That way, like I said, that's how you know the trend is kind of switching. So with this being into level 1 still, because this is still level 1, and then this will be level 2, we're still in level 2 right now. So the thing is at any time it could always turn back around and flip. And this is why I say also, look at your resistance. We respected this resistance. So in order for us to come just this high, that high, we have to come and grab liquidity first. So this is why I'm thinking this could be the fake out. Because look, we came down here and we only made it this high. So what could happen is we could be coming up here to come back down to grab liquidity. So I'm going to try to figure that out right now. 30-minute. So this could be the breakout though, because this would be a level 2, I believe. And then the next range would be up to that. So yeah, the 4 hour, the daily, still bearish. Everything's bearish. So if anything, so the last time that we came, we had to touch this guy. So okay, so this will be my plan right here, okay? Because look, the last time we touched this top liquidity, look at what happened. We came down. So in order for us to come down, we're going to have to touch this. So what I'm going to wait for it to happen, same thing like we did last time for this. If this candle closes, if this candle touches that, I'm gonna take the sell at the break of that candle coming back down. Or if we have to wait till the next candle, we'll do that. There it goes. Okay. So now I'm gonna take a sell if we take this low at this high back out. So where I would take it would be right here at this break of that. So it hasn't, nope, not yet, nothing yet, nothing yet. Wait. I want it to create a top wick first. Oh, nope, not that. So there's no top wick on that. 15-minute still hasn't closed yet. 30-minute still. All right, we're in. We're in. 1906.5. There it goes. Alright, let's see. This would be 10 pips would be about right here, which will be 1905.601. Nine oh five six oh one. 905.601. Oh, you're in too? Nice. Alright. Like I said, my short will be right here. Oh. Short will be right here. My stop loss will be these highs over here. And then my take profit will be about 10 pips. That's my goal, is to do about 10 pips. If I could do 10, I could add it to that other 10, that'll be about 20. The stop loss will be this previous high, which is over here when you scroll left. This high of 1909. You could either do 1909 or 1908. So my entry was 1906.77. 1906.77. Oh, let's see. 1906.77 is where I got in. So I got in a little bit higher. Yeah, the stop loss is quite high. So I'm gonna do will be this previous high right here, which would be the 1908 area. So what I'm thinking is gonna happen is that 15 is going to close back, respecting this resistance. So that 5 needs to come down. There's no top wick on it though. So I'm technically a little bit in profit already. 1906.77. Or 1906.77. Oh shit, my bad. 1906.77. 1906.77. Ooh, hopefully that wasn't this. Let's see. There's 30 seconds in this 15. Let's see. Ooh, we closed Doji. Let's see. Whoa. So I'll probably take. It's actually gonna probably hit this 1907.297 because that is the last time we did take some liquidity up there. But like I said, in order for us to come back down, to go back up, we're gonna have to touch these. Let's see. Let's see this 15-minute close with no top wick. It did close above that zone though. Let's see this 30-minute. Still was respecting this area over here though. It did close above there though. Okay, there it goes. There's that. So the support area, I'll probably do my break even will probably be around this area. Maybe this guy right here. All right. 1906.29. 1906.29. Oh, I see what you're saying. You got down pretty much at this bottom wick. So with these types of moves, you definitely want to try to get down at the tops of the wicks. That's why I say it's you wait for it to flip. I got in a little bit higher because I don't know why the spreads got me in at that point, but so you might need, okay, so in order for us to come up, we're gonna have to touch back down to these areas, I believe. So we're gonna need to take this liquidity out at this 1905.38. See this liquidity 30. So I'm in the profit a little bit right now, but like I said, it's really not much. But I'm gonna hopefully wait for this. Well, if we break the low of this candle again, I'll probably bring stop losses to break even, which is right here. Oh, you got slipped. Trade still valid. All right. That's why too. It's I don't know if you guys use stop limits or market orders. I do use a market order. this level, at this dotted line, at this, I'm gonna bring stop losses to break even. Because the 4-hour is bullish though, but the daily is bearish. That's why it kind of tells me if we're going to. Oh, we closed bullish. Now it did grab liquidity at that point, right at that top. See, 30-minute. In order for us to move up, we need to grab liquidity. We did grab this though. Let's see. No, we didn't grab that. We did grab that. So we did grab that. So I think we're going to. This could be the structure that's forming. There's no top wick on this 15-minute. Kind of getting stuck at this area right here. This could be the motion that could be forming, because like I said, this 15-minute just turned bearish. There it goes, bearish. All right, at the break of this low, I'll probably bring stop loss to break even. There it goes. Come on, we flipped. Come on, flip. Maybe this was the initial move. So yeah, that could be the initial move right there. I'm not sure what price you guys get in, but around 1906.066, I'll probably close my whole position because it looks like this was the original. I'm looking for 10%, so if original from this entry would be at this 1906.066. But I mean, like I said, it could still come down to, I mean, I'm thinking it could even come down to back to respecting these let's see, where is it at? The hour. Yeah, the hour still hasn't closed yet. So the last hour closed respecting this resistance. So it could still come back down and touch these areas because it respected this before. So if it respected that, then there's a good chance that it could still come down. Oh man, there it goes. Dang it. That's the 15-minute. There's still 5 more minutes in this 15-minute. So there's the 1, there's the 2, this will be the third rejection. And it's getting rejected at this area. And this 15-minute does not want to flip. 30 minutes still open. Like I said, the 30-minute respected this last. I mean, it did close above this range, but then that range would be right here. That is it. This 15 minutes still pushing. It's been making lower highs and higher highs each time. 1, 2, 3 on the fourth one. In order for us to move up, we need to grab some liquidity, I believe. So we need to come back down to this dotted line, at least. At least to this dotted line. 1 minute till this 15 closes. And I got about 15 more minutes on here. fellas. I'm sorry I did this stream kind of coming to an end a little early, but I have to go to work already. I don't want to go to work, but this is why I wake up every morning to try to learn this London session, so I could hopefully not have to wake up for work. I could just trade full time, but you know it takes time and effort and stuff like that. So it's 15 minutes. I'm gonna be closing in 15 seconds. So let's see what happens. If this 15-minute closes bullish above this green candle, then I'm going to start managing it. There, it's closing above. So we need to start managing this risk right here. So next time it breaks my break even, I'm gonna probably bring my stop loss to break even. But like I said, it should still drive down. I don't see why it hasn't yet, but it's really yeah. I know. Hopefully one day, like I said, one day I could become this full-time trader. Whoa. Oh, it broke the high again. That's the fourth one in a row. It's just did it again. We are getting rejected at this point though. Bro. Yeah, I know, man. I'm already gonna be having to go to work in a little bit. If you guys hear my alarm, that means it's time. I gotta go back to hell. If I win this trade right now before I leave to work, I'll call in sick. Say fuck it. Did we break the low? Come on, break the low for me. The low is 1906.735. Come on, baby. It's like it's dancing right at that area. I smoked. Hey, bro, one of these days, I'm telling you, I'll do it on live stream. The day it happens, I'm gonna have to call and be like, hey, I just called to let you guys know. I've been really focusing on zucchinis. You guys might not understand this zucchini talk, but I'm just letting you guys know that I'm a full-time trader now. And I'm gonna have to put in my 2 weeks notice. But I'm noticing you guys today that I'm not gonna be able to show up anymore because I'm a full-time zucchinier. Yeah, go to break even, bro. Let's get that break even going. I'm in break even too. and it should drive hopefully. If I'm just gonna close my positions right here because I'm already in profits a little bit. I'm already in profit, so I'm just gonna close out. And what do you know? I accidentally pushed buy by accident. All right, I'm out of all my positions. I did close in a little bit of profit. It wasn't much, but full-time zucchini. I'm a Wix whisperer. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to tell him. I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm sorry, man, but I'm taking a new path. I'm gonna go find zucchinis for a living. And I'm like, finding zucchinis for a living? What does that mean? Oh, sorry, fellas. That's work time. I got out perfect timing though. It looks like I got out just in time. Hopefully you guys were able to secure a few pips. But that move right there, that one was a little bit tricky. That one threw me off a little bit. Everything is kind of, this could still be a 30-minute fake out. Instead of, I could have read it wrong and I could have gotten it a little bit wrong, but I still believe this could be a fake out. Oh man, I'm sorry, Ragnar. I'm sorry. It still could push down. I still think it's going to, because like I said, the play should still play out. But like I said, I just try to manage it. Just try to manage it. I know. Sorry, man. I wish I could have called. Look at. Oh, what do you know? That's why. Hey man, see you guys. And tomorrow I'll be on again. Same time tomorrow I'll be on. Just like I said, just so we could make sure we could learn every single day, and don't give up, don't give up, fellas. We're so close. Managed risk. Good job. Managed risk. That is one of the key things, is managing risk. I was able to get out in a few pips profit, but like I said, it wasn't much. But it's just the fact that, what was that, 2 pips, maybe 1 or 2 pips, which is nothing. But it's just like I said, it's just the managing the risk part. That first trade was perfect, ideal. It did exactly. This one was a little bit, like I said, I was having trouble reading the charts a little bit, but other than that, that's what it was. But yeah, see, yeah, and I'm already awake for Dawn's stream. So I start work at 5:30, but I have to travel a little bit to get to work, so that's why it takes me about an hour to get to work. But so yeah, I'm gonna be leaving here soon, showing up for work, and while I'm at work, I listen to Don's stream and I listen to it, learn, and that's when I make the clips also while I'm at work. So that's what, while I'm there at work, supposed to be doing something. But yeah, man, I'll see you guys soon, and if you could get to break even as soon as possible. It should turn around. I'm still, like I said, there's no reason why I don't believe the daily is still bearish. So at any point for us to go up, we need to grab more liquidity. So no matter what, even if it's not right now, we need to get a steeper wick before we do that. But I mean, this one did technically, well, we needed to come here first before we did move up. Yeah, man, I'll see you, Smokes. I'll see you guys in this chat. I'll be in the chat. Oh, well, actually, I might not be in the chat because I'll be at work, so it's kind of hard to be in the chat. But for a little bit, in the beginning, right around 5 o'clock, I'll be in the chat chopping it up with you guys. But yeah, let's see. Let's check this out. All right. But yeah, all right, man. I'll see you guys later. I appreciate you guys for joining me. I really do appreciate it. You guys make the stream a lot better. And like I said, tomorrow later on, let's catch another dub. Manage risk, don't overtrade.